Hello and welcome back to Dr. Duke's House Calls. Our topic today is meditation and how meditation can help you feel healthier, happier, and maybe even help with some of the long-term diseases that you struggle with. Myself, I've been meditating regularly for the last 10 years, and I feel like it's made me happier. It's made me a better husband, father, and doctor. And I've been for years trying to share this with my patients, but sometimes it can be challenging. Meditation, learning how to meditate, can be a challenge. Some hospitals and healthcare systems will have meditation classes offered to patients and to individuals in the community. Unfortunately, our community, there's not a meditation class offered. And so what I have found recently is that there are some tools in the form of phone apps that can help people start their meditation journey. And so when I talk with patients about meditation, really what I tell them is, often if your mind is kind of occupied by what's happened in the past, or if you're worried about what's going to happen in the future, then you're not really living in the present moment, and that can negatively affect your health and happiness. So what meditation practice does is it gets you grounded in the present moment. So in the simplest form, when you meditate, what you do is you follow your thoughts. So for instance, one simple meditation technique is to count your breaths. So it's always good to meditate this at the same time each day if you're trying to start a meditation practice. So maybe first thing in the morning when everyone hasn't woken up and the day's fresh. And then you always want to sit in a comfortable position as well. For many people, just sitting in a chair, maybe with a little pillow or a cushion, kind of to support your low back, and having your back straight and your feet flat on the ground. So a comfortable position. Some people can sit Indian style or in meditation position, but in a chair is fine. And so you sit in the chair, and what you do is you can count your breaths. This is one form of meditation, mindfulness meditation. And you count your breaths. So you count the inhale 1, and exhale 2. Inhale 3, and exhale 4. So when you're doing that, what you'll notice is a thought comes into your mind. And when that thought comes into your mind, you've got really one of three things that you can do. You can say, oh, no, I'm meditating, and you try to push that thought out and kind of struggle with that thought. That's not helpful because the thought will become more of a nuisance. Or you can take hold of that thought and start thinking, oh yeah, I do need to take out the trash, and I wonder if I'm going to be able to get that box. And then you're thinking, you're not really meditating. So the third thing that you can do is what you want as a part of your practice. So you notice that the thought is there. You say, I see you, thought, but now's not the time. I'm trying to meditate. And when you notice the thought is there and you don't engage the thought, it will drift out of your mind naturally. Now here's the kicker. You go back to counting your thoughts. Inhale 1 and exhale 2. Inhale 3. There comes another thought. So when you first start your meditation, it can seem like, oh my gosh, there's so many thoughts. I'm not a good meditator. This is frustrating. And it is frustrating at first because you'll just have thought after thought. Don't be discouraged by that. That is absolutely what's expected. Even people who've been meditating forever still have thoughts that come into their mind. I mean, if you're not thinking, if you're not having thoughts, then you're not alive. So thoughts are normal. It's what you do with them. So you don't engage that thought. And eventually you'll notice inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3. There's a longer gap. And your mind is clearer longer. And you're noticing your thoughts. You become better at noticing your thoughts. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful because that'll carry into your day. So nowadays, we're finding that people whose jobs really depend upon them being focused in the present moment, they really benefit from meditation. So if you're an air traffic controller or a Navy SEAL or a police officer, you can't really have all these distractions going on. So doing this meditation practice can really help you stay grounded in the present moment. But who of us wouldn't benefit from that? Being grounded in the present moment. So this is a very important practice, but it is challenging to weave it into your daily routine. So these tools, these apps that I've found and that have been around, and you can go on the App Store and you can find many of them. The two that I'm going to mention today are just two that I've found that seem to have not only really good quality narrators and a good flow of the instruction to kind of get you started, but also they're not too terribly expensive. So the first one I'm going to talk about is it's called Meditation Studio by a company called Gaiam. And Gaiam's been around for a long time. They've developed videos for yoga and qigong and things like this for years. And so what they have is collections, this list of collections. So if, for instance, you're having difficulty sleeping or you're feeling super stressed or you're having pain, you can go into their collections and you can find the guided meditation that really suits your situation. And then they also have these courses. So the Meditation Essentials course, I would highly recommend. This Michael Apollo is the narrator for the Meditation Essentials, and so it's a 13 sort of 5 or 6 minute series of lectures and guided meditation. Very useful. And so I always recommend that you start there and then you move into the collections, but also there's one on happiness and there's one on chronic pain. So very good place to start. Now, after recommending this for a while, several of my patients said, I don't use an iPhone, I use Google or Android, and I can't find this. It is hard to find in those formats. So there is another option, and it's an app called Headspace. And so with Headspace, it has a lot of the same thing that the other app has. It's got a set of courses, and then it has these collections that you can go through, and it kind of tracks your progress, and it's pretty comprehensive. The price is different though. The price for the Headspace is $70 per year. So you can take the 10 sort of lecture introductory course and see if you like it. And if you like it, then you can do the $70 per year subscription. That can be a little hefty, but there is a lot. They put a lot of time and energy into developing this app, and so if you've got that in your budget, it really might be very useful for getting this meditation habit started. And you can look at a lot of the reviews online, and there's a lot of people who say that it's worth the money. The other meditation course that I mentioned, the Gaiam meditation course, it's nice in that it's just $4. So you buy it for $4 and you have all that rich content, and there's no subscription fee. So, if money's in a situation like this for all of us, then look at that one first if you can find it, but sometimes you can't. And then the other thing about the Headspace that's a little different. I mean, you can do the Gaiam course on your iPad, but you can't. It's not accessible on your computer. Whereas the Headspace, if you don't have a smartphone, you can get it on your computer and track things on your computer. So think about getting one of these apps to get started with your meditation practice. Meditation has been around for literally thousands of years. Personally, it's enriched my life, and I've had patients that have really said that it's helped them. Patients with anxiety, patients with chronic pain, patients with insomnia. So look at these apps, and I would really appreciate some feedback on my YouTube channel if you've used these apps, or if you've got an app that you find particularly beneficial, or you just want to start some dialogue in general about how meditation can help health and happiness and wellness. Please send me a comment. Stay healthy. Thank you.